Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Right after Smack, well, not right after, but a few minutes after SmackDown, let you regroup, let you get your popcorn, let you get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you brush your teeth. Make sure your mouth ain't smelling like 10 pounds of bounce that ass. It is the Attitude Era podcast. You know what I mean? And we know who it is. My guy to my left or my right, depending on how you're looking. That is Gamage, your favorite wrestler's favorite podcaster. If you think your favorite wrestler is famous, and you ain't got a picture with Gamage, they ain't as famous as you think he is. And y'all know who it is. Y'all know me. The undisputed podcast champion of the world. Whew. King HP. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Next episode of SmackDown, I ain't gonna lie, I think a lot of people were kind of looking forward to this match. This week, the triple threat match, the main event, the main course. Started feeling a little ruthless aggression, a little Attitude Era-ish, a little bit throwback. What were your thoughts and feelings on the show? Just overall, kind of, Gamaj. What was your thoughts and your feelings?
Not a bad show overall. I enjoyed it.
We are on the road to WrestleMania. In that road is the Elimination Chamber. Tonight we had an Elimination Chamber match. Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu versus Sami Zayn. This is very interesting to say the least. I don't want to always compare Raw and SmackDown because that gets a little whatever, right? But SmackDown is, I want to say they're starting to cook up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They're starting, and they're not doing the whole overnight boom, and it's, oh my gosh. It's just the subtle, we're going to slow cook this thing, right? And I can kind of appreciate that. You know what I mean? Where we're talking about the women's championship or the tag team titles making a defense or a hell of a main event tonight. Hell of a main event tonight. Oh, Trick Williams, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you out there watching us, make sure your teeth are brushed. You know what I mean? Because I called him the Canadian hobo, but I never said that man's breath smell like 10 pounds. I bounced that ass. Holy shit. This guy is out of here, bro. Trick Williams.
Once he cut his promo, he was over, bro. He didn't even feel like a heel.
From lemon pepper steppers to, and this is the only thing though. Today's crowd, they're looking for the moments, right? They're looking for the things that they can chant back, they can say back. Replay value, right? You backstage wearing Skechers, you ain't comb your hair, breath smelling like 10 pounds. I bounce that ass. What I told you, he's the Canadian hobo. That's how he looks, bro. Trick Williams described my innermost thoughts on Sami Zayn tonight, and I was very happy. I was here for it. I guess we can start with Trick Williams, I guess. I mean, my only thing is Jacob Fatu got cold. They tried to turn him. He came in as a heel, attacking Cody, Randy, and KO. Took him out. Boom. And then when they tried to turn him face for his U.S. title run and such, he kind of cooled off, right? Don't do this with Trick. Oh, you see Trick is over? All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to turn him face. No. Let it be organic. Let it be to the way they brought you, the way you displayed him. Don't change it, right? At least not now. There's no need to. He's hot. We got from lemon pepper stepper. There's a lot of marketability in Trick Williams. How you feel? What's your thoughts on Trick Willie?
I got a question for Trick, and actually a question for everybody.
Let's get it.
Is Trick more over than Carmelo Hayes?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not bugging.
But it's a different type of over.
Yeah, but I just wanted to see if I'm tripping for feeling that way.
No, but it's a different type. People are tired of seeing. You told us. Okay, here's the thing about these two, right? You told us how great Carmelo was. Remember, he was the number 1 draft pick. That was a big thing. And then you did nothing with him. We watched him get 7 matches, a 7-match series with Andrade. We watched him put on a clinic at the Money in the Bank in 2024. We watched, you know what I'm saying? We've seen him do champion type of things, and we didn't get a return on investment. Here, Trick Williams came to the main roster with not a lot of like super hype or nothing, nothing crazy. People wanted to see him on the main roster and stuff. Yeah, cool. But when he got there and he came and that beat hit and people kind of knew him. And one thing about WWE events, if you're there and you're like, I don't really know what's going on, and they start chanting, whoa, that Trick, you going to get up at minimum. And when the camera's on, they just catch you vibing. And it catches. It's like wildfire. It's a wonder Jey Uso got over. It's no wonder Trick Williams can get over. Difference is Trick Williams can cut promo. He's not the best at it, but his style of promo is great for him, and it's great for what you need him to do, and he has catchy moments in it. These lemon pepper steppers, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's he's there. He's there. They don't need to start to come in. Oh, this is what we need to do with Trick Williams. Once, and we've seen Unreal, once WWE does that, we'll start to see the decline.
Yeah, that's where the red flag starts.
Yeah. But right now, WWE, don't pay attention to him. Put him in a title picture. Not the world. I would say mid-tier. Let him work up. Let him get that. Let him go on a 4, 5, 6 month run. Let him lose it. Let him chase it. Let him get it back for a 1, 2 month run. 2-week run. Lose it. He gets it back after 3 months. He keeps it for 7 months. 8 months. He's a 3-time Intercontinental or U.S. champion. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? You're building his credibility. This is why all those champions of the 80s, they're like, how are they not Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect, right? All these guys, they built their credibility. All WWE could have pulled the trigger at any moment on any of them, and nobody would have blinked. You give it to Sergeant Slaughter with no mid-tier run, it's hard to pull off. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, some of the greatest of GOATs had mid-tier runs. Some didn't. And that's no knock. Randy Savage had a mid-tier run. One of the greatest matches of all time, WrestleMania 3, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Intercontinental title. So give it to Trick so we can watch him work his way up. Does he still need work? Yeah, everybody does. But them lemon pepper stuff, his promo game, I think caught on way faster than WWE was anticipating.
I agree with that. And then I know
what up to say?
I know the next qualifying match we got, I think it's Damian Priest, Trick Williams, and Mello.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's good on paper in a sense because you got Mello and Trick, but you're not introducing what we know to be a rivalry if you watch NXT because they were partners. So then you throw Damian in the mix, and Damian and Trick had a little thing, but him and Carmelo don't. And you don't really need everybody to be on 10, but again, you gave us Sammy versus Cody versus Jacob, and then you give us this, and it's like, okay, this is, can they cook more? I think they could. Sami Zayn is in the not Sami Zayn. Carmelo Hayes is in the building. Damian has got to prove himself. And Trick, my lemon pepper steppers. He coming out with the chinchilla joint. I don't know if it's chinchilla or not, but we're gonna call it chinchilla. Ray Phoenix is done, brother. Ray Phoenix is done when he signed the dotted line.
Like, I do like that, Mello would be part of that matchup, but what I don't like is, granted it was for promo, Mello was talking about chasing after the world title. I don't like that he's the U.S. champion and not thinking of defending that belt going into Mania.
Yeah, I think here's another thing, too. You're worried about telling the U.S. champion to talk about chasing a world title, and you have nobody chasing him. This is what I hate. When you do that, you've degraded the title. It's not that Mello, we need to go back to the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open is challenges. It's not corny. It's just, it's an easy out.
Well,
right? I don't need storylines. I just Some
Well,
random guy comes
that
out.
and it just gets redundant so quick. That's why
Yes.
I don't like the U.S. Open Challenge because it's hard to get away from that when you're a babyface. So if someone like Trick gets it, it's done for that.
Yeah, because he's like Dominic, right?
Yeah.
Dominic's like, you haven't earned the right. That's what heels do. You haven't earned because they're always trying to not defend, right? So that's the difference between heels and baby faces. And um again, you're not even we have no idea who is even really in consideration for the US title because they've gotten away from it with storylines. So we don't know who's really, we've seen the open challenge. It was cool. We've got some great matches, but when John Cena did it, he was taking on NXT talent, Raw, like whomever, right? Like Ilya Dragunov does it. He's not getting top tier guys coming out. He got guys. Ilya Dragunov was an afterthought. Tommaso Ciampa. I know we just did what he did in AEW, but in WWE, he wasn't. What was he? He hadn't wrestled single matches really his whole time on main roster. Majority
I
time.
mean, if we gonna go the Tommaso Ciampa route, I know this is AEW, but bro, he already lost that belt, bro.
Already lost it. But AEW did what they were supposed to do. I need the ratings. He lost. Now, guess what? People tune in. What? He lost. And guess what? I might have killed him a little bit. I might not have. We'll see. That remains to be seen. Because that doesn't mean he can't win it back. I was getting a little rivalry coming in. I've lost to you. I've beaten you. But we got to find out. We got to lose. So, AEW given. Yeah. So, I definitely think that WWE and what they're doing with these elimination chambers and U.S. title and Intercontinental title is, we'll speak on the U.S. title specifically though, but I'm not a fan of it. I'm okay with him chasing titles if he's cleared the division, but he really hasn't really set up the division. He really hasn't done that. So Carmelo to me should not be in the elimination chamber. And when they there should be someone backstage asking, "Hey, you want to get in? You could be a double champion." And it could be, "Why do I want to be a double champion when I'm the champion of the greatest country on earth?" Period. Point blank. I am him. If he says it, it's true. Who says it? Him. Who is him? I. Who is I? He is I, and I am him. Slim with the tilted brim. Like his promo game could be way out there. He could do a lot for it. WWE's always been one to reflect politics. I'm surprised you don't have some sort of MAGA guy out here for a U.S. title shot, especially when the champion's black. I know people wouldn't like that, but people will tune in. People will draw their side. Why do you think people watch the World Cup? Everybody from Brazil watching the World Cup, rooting for Brazil. Everybody from Italy watching Italy. Everybody from so it's not like WWE ain't done worse.
Honestly, that's one thing I'll say AEW kind of took advantage of when they had the Continental title. They put it on MJF. He turned that joint to the U.S. title.
Yeah,
went on a whole MAGA run. I was like, wow.
Yeah, let somebody be a Mac. I mean, during the people like, well, it wouldn't work right now. Shut up. I know this is not shut the F up, but during the Iraq war where Americans were losing lives, you put an American hero who was on G.I. Joe as an Iraqi sympathizer. Don't want to hear it. That was the 90s.
Oh yeah, WWE's done way worse.
WWE is down there in bed with Trump. Linda McMahon was promoted to the Department of Education, the director of the department, you know what I'm saying, or president or whatever.
Department of Ed.
Right. When they did the fat kid, I shouldn't have said that. But when they did the workout things for the kids, they brought Triple H to the White House to help roll that program out. The gym stuff about the American Mile and all that, you know what I'm saying, and the endurance and all that. They brought Triple H. They're you know what I'm saying? JBL and did some wild shit. JBL, I'm surprised he ain't come out as an ICE member. I'm surprised you ain't start a clique of MAGA people in the WWE talking about ICE and you have them taking on Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee. Talking about they need to be unmasked. It's illegal. I can't tell them apart. They don't speak English. Just run with it. It's all over the news. It's all over. So I'm surprised. But I mean, that also shows that they're not culturally insensitive too. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he told Booker T, you with your nappy hair, you people like you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to, man, go ahead and make a group called Ice. Turn the Vision into Ice. And Paul Heyman, who's been known to say some wild shit, go ahead and turn him to Ice. And their first match could be against Rey Mysterio. They get bring Gunther in, and Gunther can put. I mean, whatever. That's just me being funny a little bit, but it wasn't funny. It's not a funny situation in real life. But as far as WWE, yeah, go ahead and do it. Ain't gonna if people gonna buy a ticket to see person X get their ass kicked. So yeah, you can't call him Ice. You can't call him Ice. That would be crazy. But a group that targets the LWO to get him out of here and talk about, you know what I'm saying? Especially at the whole, you know, I'm surprised that WWE, if Vince McMahon was in charge, it would have happened.
You know what they could have done? And then, again, this has to be called Ice. They could have done like a similar. Remember Right to Censor? Remember that faction?
Yes, with the Good Father and
Yeah, they could have a modern era version
Ivory.
of that faction.
Right, you're right. You're right, 100%. Right to Censor, and they're kind of acting like Ice, but yeah, they're called Right to Censor, RTC, and you know, yeah, that works. It definitely works. I mean, it is what it is, you know. But main event, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Ladies and gentlemen, are we happy with Cody Rhodes winning and getting a shot at the Elimination Chamber where Randy Orton is also patiently waiting? Gamaj, how we feeling?
Okay. So throughout the past weeks, I did mention I didn't think Cody was winning this. I didn't think Jacob was winning it. I thought it would have been Sammy because the two cancel out, and I thought Drew would interfere, which he did. We'll talk about it later. But ultimately, if it's going to lead to another Drew Cody singles match, which nobody wants, myself included, I don't like this. But I'm trying to look at this on how we could spin it. Because the Elimination Chamber, it's no DQ. So for all we know, Drew could still interfere within the match and cost Cody. For all we know.
Yeah.
That's still possible. What I think would be great if they go that route, you have Orton win. Because now with Orton winning, he's in line for the match at Mania. You're still going to have the Cody Jacob issue with Drew. That makes it look like a Fatal 4 potential. That's how I'm looking at it. If this is why Cody won, but if not,
Yeah, I was a little disappointed with the winner, to be honest, because again, I want Randy to win, and having Cody on the outskirts, and having to fight Drew at a different event, Saturday Night Main Event or whatever, and then Randy challenging a Rand. But I don't know, WWE. There's been a lot of rumors lately about them, changing up the card for Mania and such. So who knows what we'll see, you know. But I will say this: they're running out of time. They're running out of time. We're about 2 months out, and I'm not saying you need everything right now solidified, but I am saying it should be in wet cement, written in wet cement. Because if you start something new, you still got to market it. If you talk about Brock and Oba, okay, we saw that Royal Rumble stare down. If you talk about Brock and LA Knight, where's the connection?
Oh yeah, I heard about that rumor.
Yeah, where is the connection? You're just gonna randomly throw shit at the wall and see if it sticks. When we've watched Brock have interactions with other people that you got your data point. So 100%. They better lower them ticket prices because it's outrageous, and people are gonna start not showing up to stuff because I can watch it from the sanctity of my own home.
Yeah, I find it hilarious that you have a emergency meeting on how we could fix this issue, but one of the main ones you don't want to fix is lowering the ticket price.
Oh yeah, facts.
I was like, oh, okay. I don't want to lower it. All right, watch this. Watch when nobody pulls up. Because I'll let it be known. Like, do I want to go to Vegas? Yes, but for WWE World, not for Mania. So if I'm
Mm,
out there, y'all, just know I'm there for World. I am not paying those prices for Mania.
mm. Yeah,
Even
it's a little
last
bit
year,
pricey.
I
You
ain't do
gotta
it.
pay to play. Oh, sorry. I'm already so tired. I got chemistry tonight. You had some other wickets to hit on because I know with another thing about the Canadian hobo. Do you think out of that triple threat, the way it ended with people being unfairly attacked, I guess you could say, right? Because of the Drew McIntyre situation, him getting involved. Do you
Mhm.
think they figure out a way to run it back? Because I don't want to see another triple threat match this year in the main event.
So my thing is with that, with Jake, I mean, we could possibly get a Jacob Drew 1v1 at the PLE. I think that's
Mhm.
possible. I just don't see how Drew does not defend the belt on that PLE.
Mm.
So I mean, you can at least do that because Drew's not gonna. I don't see Drew winning that clean anyway. He's a
He's a
heel.
heel. Yeah, exactly. He can do it in.
So they're gonna make it to where Jacob has a case to want a rematch, and then if they do what I'm suggesting, have Drew let's post match or whatever, cost
Mhm.
Cody the EC chamber, and Orton wins it, and there's still the conflict.
Mm.
And at least that way, that's a potential fatal four for Mania, and I think that works.
I don't know if I want to see a Fatal Four, but I don't think it'd be that bad. I think that might be the right way to go, Gamache. I think you might have hit the nail on the head with this one.
Because nobody's trying to see that triple threat for Mania, respectfully.
Yeah.
And if it was up to me, like I would have booked it. I would have had Sammy win tonight. Drew could have done what he did, and Sammy could have won it, and then we could have gotten the triple threat at EC. You could have given it to Cody. Then Orton could have gotten the chamber win, and we would have gotten Cody Orton main event for the belt.
Mhm.
And yes, I would have had Orton win that if it was up to me. But then Cody got to go heel right after. Cody to me would have to
Mm.
turn heel after that. That's how I would have booked it.
I'm with you. If Cody gets a heel run, that could also revitalize a lot because one thing WWE has done is made a lot of baby faces. They're not good with marketing heels. Where's Rusev? He win a Royal Rumble appearance to only get embarrassed. Um, Omos really in like they give large amounts of time off in comparison to what the WWE used to run on their schedule. But at the same time, people are forgetting wrestlers. People are like, oh, what happened to so and so? I haven't seen so and so in so long. And then when they come back, they're like, oh, we got to figure out a storyline for them. What? So yeah, it gets hazy.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see what happens, but at this point, I feel like if they try to go that fatal four route in a similar fashion, maybe that saves it. Maybe.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I do think Sammy should have won that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It just builds hope. And if he can squash him in the elimination chamber or squash his dreams in the elimination chamber, sure, so be it. Um,
This is also making me think the rumor of, well, I'm not gonna say rumor because they don't write ahead of time anyway. But Sammy main eventing next year's Mania and being a champion there next year at Saudi, I actually think that's more possible.
no, I do too. As Sammy picks up steam, I mean, who knows what he'll look like in 6 months? But if he can pick up a lot of steam, he could be legitimate
Yeah.
by then. Mm-hmm. I'm hurting, bro. That chemistry class got me done. I'm I'm out of here. You know what I mean? I am out of here. Um,
Oh yeah, we had a women's tag match.
yeah.
Rio versus Nia Lash. I'm gonna well, not that I really hate on Lash. I like Lash, but I want to give a lot of praise to Lash. Her and Rhea, they had some nice one-off segments in this match, and it makes me want to see them go at it later in the future.
I'll say this. Um, when they split some of these tag teams, I thought the Royal Rumble would have been a good opportunity. Your, I'm not gonna say your first eight, but there should have been a cohesion of numbers that would have came together that would have forced these tag teams to battle, right? And it's easy because at first it's tag team versus tag team, but then when it comes to eliminating, so and so tries to eliminate her, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, or someone acts like we saw that with the Kabuki Warriors. Um, Tonight we saw another tag team, Rio or whatever. Um, I don't know. They talked about both being in elimination chamber, but at the same time, I'm looking at this and going, is this where they start to split Rio at least? Because your tag team champions are both going to go in a chamber. Your goal is to be the last two remaining so you two can fight. Okay. Sounds good on paper. But I feel like that was a hint.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna tease that with them because I think they want to keep at least again outside looking in. They want to keep the bond strong going into Mania, and that's if we get them versus the Bella Twins, which I don't care for, but on paper and their fan base, I get it.
Hmm. I think with the Bella Twins too. See, here's the beauty, right? The women's tag team division goes to all shows. So you can have the Bellas, and then you can be like, well, so and so's on Raw. Well, it doesn't matter, right? But it does stretch their singles belts thin dramatically.
Yeah, that's a big problem. That was one of the that's one of the main issues both Stephanie and Jade had,
Hmm.
and that's crazy. I mean, we'll talk about that after, but Jade had her very first title defense after 100 after being champion for 100 days.
Hmm. Yeah, I seen. I guess for Valentine's, her husband or whatever, um, got her a cake for celebrating, and that's cool, But we gotta get her some defenses.
Yeah.
Jim Cornette to me is a good guy, man. Glass man. Very underrated manager. I'm not too familiar with his pod. I know he has one. I've seen his highlights and some stuff, so I have no, I have no qualms with Jim Cornette. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
What was it? But yeah, with the women's tag match, it ended in a no contest, which means there's gonna be a run back in some type of fashion. But I really can't knock how much Lash stood out to me in this match. Not that to me she was like amazing, like looking better than Io or anything like that, but
Mm.
the potential is there for when she levels up in the company.
Mm-hmm. Um, I would agree. I just want to know when they're gonna pull the trigger on certain things. I feel like WWE sometimes they hold the trigger too long, or they release it. Uh, Vinny, Vinny, know my secrets, my tactics. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Um, you made me forget where I was at. But
You were saying how long you think they'll hold the trigger on her.
yeah. Sometimes they also pull the trigger too early. I don't think that's the case here, but I do want to. WWE got some things to figure out with a lot of things. The tag team division and what's going to happen because we can't have all these girls brawling. These are all our top WWE super championship superstars, our most popular people. So I don't know. Ooh, that lemon lime water. Get you some.
Oh yeah, there was one. There was a backstage segment that Rhea Io had. They ended up bumping into Kiana James and Julia because Julia had lost the qualifying match. Maybe Io was just
Right.
saying it just to say it, or she was serious. I don't know, but she was saying that maybe I should try to take that belt from you. I'm like, wait, Io trying to get the US? But wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what they got going on down there.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, they're all over the place. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and they're trying to solidify things for WrestleMania, see what has buzz, get crowd reaction, and if certain things, they're hitting the wickets, then they're probably going to pull the trigger and say, okay, let's do it for Mania. So who knows? But what else we got? Come on, I ain't gonna lie to you. I might have to cut it short tonight, brother. I am out of here. I've done so much chemistry. If y'all want to know about ribonucleic acid, you know what I'm saying? Ask me questions about the proteins.
We did have a segment where bless you. I do believe Obafemi may have officially signed with SmackDown.
Let's talk about it. I think it's a good choice if that's the case, because he's gonna be taking on what's my non-toxic man's name?
Oh, Kit
Wilson. However, I do, and I've said this before, be careful who you put someone on display against in their first matches, because it seems like WWE uses that as the, Jacob Fatu debuted against Randy KO and Cody, and look where he's at, versus Rusev, who went against Tozawa and Otis, and look where he's at. And you can find these examples throughout WWE history.
I mean, at least he can. Well, granted, he wasn't fully signed yet, but at least we can say his first match on the roster was Cody.
And it's a big deal, but it's not so much a big deal, right?
I'll say this: he looked better he looked better and had better results from that match than Melo did when he fought Cody.
They had big botches in the match. They both went for Cody cutters, and it was
yeah. With Oba, he was just putting boots ass on, boy.
Shoot, yeah. I would like to ask a question in regard to, right? We got Mania. You see where all the champions lie. Is there a dark horse that you would have for any championship right now, currently, as we get ready to walk to Elimination Chamber on the 28th, and then April was 16th and 17th, I think it is, or 17th and 18th, something like that. Is there any group or I don't know, superstars you want to see in their lead up? What would you change or not change?
I don't, because nothing's been set. I'll just say what backup options I would try to get set up if certain people can't wrestle. So going back to Melo, we don't know nothing about that US title or what he's gonna do. I would say, because he's not winning the chamber match. I'll be surprised if he does.
I don't think they would.
This would be a good, after the qualifier match, this would be a good time to try to hype up him and Trick. Maybe do that for Mania for the belt.
You think they should do that on Mania, him and Trick?
I don't see why not.
I
don't see why not.
Hey, that's a super coming out party for Trick Williams. If they do that, regardless of win or loss, unless the squash match for Carmelo.
No, chill, they can't squash. That's gonna be nasty.
That would be nasty. People would rebuke that. They'd be like, hell no, man, that's against the law. But for Trick, that'd be huge, and that's a good way to I think that might be the thing. Like, you be like, listen, we've met before, and we don't need. I know the people might want a backstory, but I don't need a backstory with you.
Another would be if there's nothing for Oba. Like, let's say he doesn't get Lesnar because that's been rumored, which would make more sense than LA Knight.
Yucks.
Because a part of me feels like they're gonna try to do Oba and Damian Priest. Don't ask me why I feel that way. I feel like they're gonna do that. But if you have nothing for Oba, I'm just gonna say toss him in that U.S. title picture. If it's not Trick Mello, add Oba in it, make it a triple threat.
Carmella, Oba, and Trick Williams would do well. Would do well.
LA Knight's in limbo for me. I don't know. Only thing I could think of with LA Knight, because I want him out of that Vision feud. If they don't plan on doing Finn Balor versus Dom for the IC belt, just do Dom and LA Knight, and just put the belt back on LA Knight because he got to get away from that group.
Yeah, it's bad business. It's definitely bad business.
Oh, and then the rumor with Jade. I've been hearing it's either considering her and Tiffany again or her and Charlotte. I would rather Charlotte.
Tiffany
Stratton.
Jade.
And I only say that because we've gotten Tiffany and Jade so many times last year. At least with Charlotte, there's a little backstory because that got teased a few times. Even when she first debuted to the WWE, she was the first person to face off with.
Right. Damn.
And I'm only saying this because we don't know if Bianca's returning, because that's gonna.
Bro, I've given up on that.
Yeah.
I don't even like to think about it. What my man said in Underworld, do so much as even to speak his name. Like, we don't even say her name around here no more. You know what I mean? So
That was. I want to say that was about it. Other than that, they gave us a 5-man tag match. MFT with Mello, Matt Cardona,
and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, Dragunov and Apollo Crews. Shout out to Apollo Crews. He ain't been on TV in a TV match in I don't know how long.
Yeah, I thought they got him up out of here. He was in catering.
Yeah. Granted, I do know part of the reason was because I think he went back to school or something like that at one point.
I'm not familiar, so I don't. I mean, if he did, he did. But that's not my forte. I am hella tired. I still have more chemistry. Somebody help me! Help me!
Yeah, I was telling you just before this, like, I ain't sleeping 2 days, so I'm like,
yeah, I'm feeling it now. I'm like, oh my god! I was at work. I did my work stuff. I'm not gonna get into that, but MFT versus catering crew. Oh my god! MFT is done. So Wyatt 6 is extra done.
I'll say this in regards to MFT. Tama Tonga in the last maybe 2 to 3 weeks, he's been looking a little strong. Like, he's been looking a lot, like, to me, stronger than even Solo.
For sure. He can steal a title off somebody, maybe, potentially, possibly. Him and Dom or something. But yeah,
I do think out of them right now, you can do something with him. This is not me trying to throw shit on Solo, but I feel like I just find it interesting that Solo's the leader, but he looks like he could lead it more than Solo can.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's about
Well, I
it.
think that's what Shinsuke Nakamura has been talking to him about too, a little bit. So
Yeah, probably. And each time most of the time when they've interacted, it's been in Japanese.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Whew. Brother, I am so tired. We got 40 minutes tonight. I'm not sure if we can get another because I really just want to go lay down. I'm like, man, and I'm already behind. I got another assignment to do first thing in the morning when I get up. And I gotta do this project. Hey, if y'all good at chemistry, I got my PPE. I got my PPE with the gloves and you know what I'm saying, the little goggles right there, you know what I'm saying? If anybody good at chemistry, let me know. You know what I mean? I don't know what this is. Copper sulfate. So we out here making bombs. Don't take this shit on the phone. You have to make some green. Anyway. Yeah, I'm hurting, bro. I just want to go lay down for at least 20 minutes. I wouldn't even mind coming back, but
Yeah, no. That was really, honestly, that was really the whole show.
yeah, I think I mean again, a 2 hour show is better than a 3 hour show because your PLEs are 3 hours. So if that's the case, why do I need to wait till a PLE? I mean, common sense. Let's just do it here on the weekly show.
Yeah, I'll give SmackDown credit where it's due. This so far this year, this has been one of their better shows for it being 3 hours.
Mm,
But yeah, man,
that's good.
yeah. Like, you got anything so we can close out?
Nah, man, tap in on the whole Prison Universe. I am super tired. Um, I gotta go lay down, brother. Otherwise, I'm gonna start stuttering and shit, and y'all don't want to see me. You know what I mean? Doing that number.
Yeah.
My eyes are red. It look like I smoked. I don't even smoke, but it looked like I did. Yikes.
Yeah, no, me nothing on my end. It's the weekend. I've been
Oh,
running on fumes, so
hey, just know this: it's Friday the 13th, and tomorrow is Valentine's. So, killer tonight, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
yeah.
kidding.
Shout out to the single brothers on Valentine's Day because we ain't gotta pay nobody for nothing.
Salute, 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 salute. Any shut the fuck ups. Ooh.
Do I have one? I ain't gonna lie, I had one and I forgot.
Yeah, I don't, bro. My brain is mush right now.
Yeah, and
I'm about to get off here and try another time. I'm gonna wake up right here on this countertop, laid down, face down, in my chemistry experiment.
yeah, I might have two for Monday.
Bet. And let's not forget, let's all shit on Z. Hashtag shit on Z. You know what I'm saying? I ain't forget he hijacked the show last Wednesday. I ain't forget though. You know what I'm saying? And back as a motherfucker. But hey, he thinks he'll get a title. All I know is I'm gonna get a commemoratory chair from SummerSlam, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be dope. It's gonna go right in my loft and add to the, you know what I'm saying, the allure that's already there. So I look forward to it. Yeah, shut the fuck up at chemistry. I ain't bro, this shit is bad, bro. I got beakers in this bitch. I don't even know what this is right here. There's a whole bunch of little things I gotta. I'm about to go do a lab. I gotta do a lab. I gotta get some distilled water. Oh, shit. Well,
Oh damn! Yeah,
that's what it is. You know what I mean?
that's that time.
That's that time. Gamaj, what you got going on?
Nothing. I gotta sleep. That's what I got going on.
My man said I got a Bunsen burner. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh. Let's see if we can get the light back on. All right. Well, we are. Ooh. We about to be out. Make sure y'all tap in Mondays the recap, Wednesdays Wednesday Night Wars, Friday SmackDown. I won't be so tired, but I gotta catch up with my work, so it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Salute to RG Carter, he and Houston, the anime verse. You know, so I ain't gotta shut the fuck up, but I gotta salute. You know what I mean? I gotta salute. Outside of that, Gamash, what you got going on?
I got sleep. That's what I got going on.
I'm with y'all. Well, until then, we will check y'all out on Monday. Salute. Check y'all out on Monday. Peace.